Hi guys, and thanks for tuning in. I just got a request to show everybody how to field strip the Norinco M-93, and so that's what this video is going to be about. Having reviewed the last video I put out, I just realized that I failed to show you guys how to properly take down the gun without removing that recoil spring, and of course proper instructions on field stripping it will prevent that from becoming a problem. So this is our Norinco M93. We've got our magazine in the bottom. We've got everything like that. So before we proceed with anything, you guys are probably aware, we're just going to safety check it. So we're going to cock the slide back, make sure nothing's in there. See that? And just down here, we've got the magazine release. So we're just going to slide that down. Pull the magazine out. There's nothing in there. It's empty. Perfect. So what we're going to do then, we just slide this forward, and now what you're going to do to take this down, you see this takedown button here? Right here. We're going to press that. We're going to pull this all the way back, and we're going to press that button down and slide it forward again. So there you go. And if you've done it right, you'll have no play or no tension in your spring. And that's what we want. So this just slides back and forth quite easily now. When I let go, it doesn't move anywhere. So the next step, right up here, you can kind of see under the handle here, you've got a few grips there, some little grooves for your thumb. You're just going to push up on there with your thumb, like so. And your backing's going to come right out. You take this backing piece right out, and your sear spring, you're just going to take that sear spring out, and don't lose that. This is a very important piece, of course. Well, every piece is important. Now with that backing gone, this will come right off. Okay. Now for routine cleaning, you don't need to disassemble this any further. And of course, from the last video, you see our spring is in the proper place, and if you forgot to use that takedown button and your spring came out when you took it apart, have a look at my other video on the Norinco M93 recoil spring repair. So this is about it. This is all you need to do really to field strip this and to clean this properly. Now your barrel actually will screw out. It takes quite an amount of force, and of course you don't want to harm your finish or anything like that. I don't think they ever intended it to be taken apart that much. For further cleaning, if you look on this side here, now this is a little past routine cleaning. Let's see if you can see. You see kind of a panel right here over your trigger. That's got your roll bar mechanism that prevents you from pulling the trigger unless your magazine is in. And sometimes gunk can build up in there after a while, so you're going to have to remove your grips, and you just remove this screw, take the grips right off, and there's a few small screws underneath the grip here that you remove, and that panel will come right off, and you just give that a quick scrub. Other than that, that's like I said before, this is about everything you need to do to field strip. Now to put it back together, putting it back together is quite simple. We'll start with our sear spring. So the important thing here is, I don't know if you can see this or not, there we go, our hammer strut's hanging out right here. And you want to make sure your hammer strut goes over top of your sear spring. And you want to make sure this, there. See that groove kind of by the top of my finger there? Right there? That's going to go into the groove in the butt of the handle here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me turn the computer away just so I'm not pointing this at myself. And let's see. I don't think I can get a good view on it for you guys, but you'll see it there. And it's really quite simple. So go ahead and just slide this in place under your hammer strut. So your hammer strut's over top. Then take your housing, and of course here, like we talked about in the previous video, this is your mainspring housing. And so we just want to make sure that that hammer strut finds its way into that mainspring housing. And now, oh, sorry guys, I made a mistake. You want to put the slide on first. So we're going to put the slide on, and there's a little button here, little button on top. You just press down to get your slide all the way on. So just going to press that down. Sometimes it's nice to have a little toothpick or punch to do this for you, because it can be a bit of a pain. Just use a key. Yeah, unless you have really small fingers, this can be a bit of a pain with your with the ejector in the way there. So you just slide that all the way forward. Now we're ready to put our backing in. Backing is quite simple, just like that. And then we just press up with some considerable force, and we get it in place there. Gonna slide your magazine back up through the bottom and make sure that catches, and it should be good to go. So now we're gonna pull this all the way back, and when you pull it all the way back, that spring is gonna reactivate. So now you should have some play. And now, of course, the firing pin's loaded, so let's just click our safety on, make sure it's working. This isn't pulling on us, so we'll release the safety here, and our firing pin's operating. So we've done it correctly, it's back together properly, and this is about all you need for regular maintenance on this pistol. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll talk to you later.